Hello. We're going to get right into it. No fancy editing or anything, just a bunch of information. I've already got a settings video up for PUBG Xbox. I play PUBG Xbox and I get asked all the time about my settings. I already have a video up, but it's fairly long and it also shows recoil control, shows my sprays and stuff. This one we're going to make shorter with just my settings. We're in the Gamesir Nexus app. Let me back up. I got my PUBG profile here. I have, as you notice, it says please use PC to switch report rate to 250 hertz. I have used the Gamesir Nexus app on the PC to switch it to 1000 hertz, and according to the information I know, it's working at the faster polling rate still. My keybinds here are normal except for the rear buttons. I have it's LB on the back left for hold breath and third person aim, and B on the right button for hold to crouch. Something that 99% of you or more will not have is I have a extra rear third button. That black button there I added because I needed more than two. I used to use the Elite Series 2 controller, but it now sits on my desk. Big reason is Deadzone. I do use a Control Freaks stick riser, and the PlayStation 5 Control Freaks fit the Gamesir G7 SE better. Okay, now my rear third button, because some of you will ask, we'll go over it here real quick. Here is, took the controller apart. There's circuit board. Here's the switch I salvaged from something else. Then I using the lathe to make a cap for it. I have since made a different cap with a wider face. Looking at it, those are the two solder points that I used. The X button solder points right there. It is not programmable. It is only the X button. Drilled the hole. Drills the hole. Put the switch in. Hot glued it in. There's the original cap. Soldered to the circuit board. And then I put a dab of hot glue on top of there for some strain relief as well. That shows the Hall Effect sensor stick. Put back together. Wire running underneath. There's the old cap. I showed you the new cap already. That's how it sits in my hand. All right, now back to... and for reference, we'll bring this over. I purchased this April 12th, 2024. It is... We are less than a month away from having this for a year. So this is about 11-month review, I guess. Not 11-month review. We're not really doing a review, but held up great. All right, so X would be my third button that I explained. Then on my sticks, I do not use raw. I have turned the stick ranges from the default 10 to 0 in the app. I do not use the raw. And I have the D-pad directional lock on. I always get asked about the raw. I like the radial because it's the same distance from the center to any outside point. Same sensitivity, same distance. It's more consistent that way. If you end up switching raw, for me, if you end up switching raw on, then you're having different distances, different sensitivities. This is there because this fits more what the old potentiometer style sticks do. Because you have one on your x-axis and one on your y-axis, but with modern technology, they can take the inputs and give you a circular output. I don't know if I probably shouldn't go into that anymore for this short video. Triggers, I have the right hair trigger on. Do not have the left. You can hold the memory button and the right trigger to turn that off on the fly in the game. if you're wanting to have better accelerator control on vehicles or something. And then vibration, I haven't touched. Don't mess with that. And I believe I have it turned off in the game. Okay. Now we've done that. Now let's look at Pubg. Oh, I was on the settings page. It kicked me out. I will link to my longer video showing my sprays and recoil control. It will either show at the end of the video or I'll have a link in the description or both. If you're interested in seeing that. All right. Into settings here. Let's go here first. Controller. I used a custom button preset. Right stick Deadzone, I have it 0. Left stick Deadzone, I have it 5. This one's not super particular. This one is, in my opinion, especially for sniping and controlling recoil accurately. Sensitivity. Basically everything is max with a few exceptions. Vertical sensitivity multiplier, I have 50%. So that basically means with a 20 sensitivity, my vertical sensitivity will be 10. It will be 50% or half of my regular sensitivity. And so what that means is I have to pull down more than somebody normally would have to, twice as much as somebody on the regular 100% setting. And with the stick riser, that's an even larger thumb movement, being on a tall stick and having to pull down more because of this vertical sensitivity multiplier. But that ends up meaning I have a wider sweet spot and I can stay vertically centered better. And basically, I don't care much about vertical recoil control because vertical recoil is super easy for me to control. Inventory cursor sensitivity, that doesn't really matter. You can play around with it, messing with the inventory if you want. And my 6 and 8x scope, get my head out the way. 6 and 8x scope are at 8. 15x is at the bottom. And so this only goes for when they're fully zoomed, like on sniper scopes, or I will do long distance 6x full zoom 6x scope sprays sometimes. When a 6x is zoomed back to a 3, it's 20 sensitivity. I like it. I don't think there's anything here that really matters. I've been asked about some of these settings, so I'll just scroll through them here real quick. Let me get rid of the face cam in case somebody wants to see them. Oops. Common interface. Okay, function. You can pause it if there's something that you want to see. I don't think many of these things matter, but just in case somebody wants to see something, that's observer and death cam. Okay, audio. I've been asked about my field of view. There's my field of view. So that's what we got for those settings. Now, why did it do that? Come on now. We won't edit it out. We're just going with it. Okay, then, oops, we need... And then here's my controller settings. Let me get this out of view. You can pause it if you want. There's basic. There's aim. The only one on aim here with left on the D-pad with enemy spotted You may or may not want to put that there. That's something I'm experimenting with. I normally ping by pushing in my right stick, but that enemy spotted, you can push that while you are ADS looking through your scope. I could put it on the trigger also, but then if I shoot it in, so it pings automatically, but then if you're shooting at somebody in a window, your ping's blocking the window, and that can be a hindrance. But with it on left on the D-pad, it's also the same button as fire rate. So you have to hold it for enemy spotted. You have to push it for fire rate. If you don't hold it long enough, you may end up changing your fire rate when you don't want to. So use with caution with that. Vehicle. Map. Then we'll go to the combinations. These are the combinations I use. I highly recommend combinations. I love the combinations. So there's those. All right, that's all the settings. So if you got what you needed, done. 11 minutes. Wish it would have been faster, but I am also going to do, we'll cut this video, but I'm also going to do another video talking about the Gamesir G7 SE, kind of like a review, and some other potential controllers to look at. An explanation of, like I talked about the potentiometer stick and Hall effect sensor sticks. I will explain that in that other video. I'm going to put that out shortly. Probably a few of these all at once. Oh, the other thing is putting out a few extra videos now because we are at 477 subscribers. And I need 23 more to get to 500. Don't subscribe if you don't want to, or if you got too many things there already. You find one of these videos useful, you want to help me out, try to get to 500. That's supposedly when YouTube will start kicking something my way. I don't know. We'll see. But I'd like to get there and try it. Appreciate it. All right, on to the next video.